What's good, everybody? This is Ryan Johnson with MoneyBass.com. What is going on, guys? Back for another one. Tuesday night, 8 p.m. every Tuesday night. You know, we get on this thing, on this live stream, get out here and have a little bit of fun. Make sure you guys drop a 1 in the chat as you come in. Just want to make sure you can hear me okay and see me okay. We are going to dive right into the topic of the night. Man, what is going on out here in the world, man? What's going on? It seems like a bunch of craziness. Like, what in the haberdashery is happening out here, guys? So, you guys have seen the thumbnail and you have seen the title of the live stream. So, what we're going to get into tonight, I am going to bring up some snippets and play some video clips from some guys that we all know and love in the fishing industry, and we kind of value their opinions and thoughts on things. With the kind of recent turn of events, and I don't even know if you want to call it recent by the way that guys are pretty much talking about it, but it's something that is being a lot kind of put in the forefront, something that's being exposed a little more now that things, as you see, are on film. There's cameras on the boats, there's cameras just about everywhere. So things that people may have been able to get away with in the past doesn't seem like it is quite the same these days. So, like I said, please, as you come into the chat, hit the like button as you come in. And also, I see a few guys dropping a 1 in there. So I see that you can hear me okay and see me okay. Yeah, so we're gonna have some interesting thoughts, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna be some guys that have some things to say in the comments. And as always, guys, this is a live stream that is interactive. So as long as you guys are getting active in the comments, that is what the live stream will feed from. And the other thing I'll do also, guys, I'm going to drop a poll in the chat, so that way you guys can kind of voice your opinion on some things also. Let me just see if I can pull that up and get that set up. Oh, and also, let me just get this set up. Want to give a shout out to the Facebook crew. So give me a second. Let me get over here and make sure everybody is live and in action over here on the Facebook side of things. See, we got quite a few guys checking in. Glad you were able to make it over to the live stream. All right, so hold on one second. Just bear with me. This is a live show, so some things, I have to get it set up as we go, guys. All right, go ahead and get that active. All right, so the Facebook crew, you guys should be live and in action, should be able to see everything. Okay. All right. And the other thing we're going to do after we get into the topic, guys, have some on the water footage, that live footage that I've been telling you guys about. And I have some information that I want to put out there, just kind of give you guys an update on where we are with that. And I will be doing something special for the members of the Money Team. That's right, the members of the Money Team and the Patreon. So we have some live on the water things that will be especially set up for you guys, so that I can pull you up and you can be a part of the live while I'm out there on the water also. All right, so what are we talking about today, guys? What we are talking about is just, man, I mean, I don't even know what to call it. I mean, it's things that are coming out as far as in the fishing industry, where you can't always rely on the honesty of the guys that are out there. And it's just, I don't know. It's just something that, are we going to let this be something that starts affecting the industry as a whole? Right now we're hearing about it on that pro level, but of course, we've all heard about it on those lower local levels. And even with that big walleye scandal, guys, I think that is something that kind of brought it way to the forefront and made people start kind of analyzing other areas of the fishing industry, whether you're a bass fisherman, tournament fishermen, in the crappie industry, catfish. I mean, just about anything where it comes to any type of competition, guys. And we're starting to see that there are some things that have been kind of swept under the rug, according to a lot of the guys that are in that industry. So, like I said, what I'm going to do is just go ahead and hop straight into it. I'm going to play a clip. And actually, before I get into that, just bear with me, guys. What I'm going to do, I forgot, I need to go and add this poll into the comment section. So just bear with me real quick. Let me just get this set up. All right. So since we're going to be talking about cheating in the fishing industry, and I guess just in tournament fishing in general, I guess the question that I will pose for you guys is, what is the worst, let's see, thing? Let's see. Yeah, the worst thing that someone can do in tournament fishing. What is the worst thing someone can do in tournament fishing? All right, so this is a poll that I'm going to put up in the chat. So that way, throughout the live stream, we can just keep checking in on it. And like I said, guys, make sure you are getting active in the comments, because the live streams build off of the comments and you guys getting active in the comment section. All right, so what is the worst thing someone can do in tournament fishing? All right, so obviously, let's see. Hold on one second. All right, so let's see. Number one, I guess the worst type of cheating, since that is what we're going to be talking about. What is the worst? Um, Here we go. Because I had actually posed this question to someone earlier today, and that's kind of what you know, put this thought in my head that we kind of need to talk about it, just to kind of get an idea of how the viewers, how people that are not only participating in it, but people that are fans of the sport, how do you guys feel about the things that you're hearing that's going on, and the kind of like trying to cover things up. All right, so what is the worst thing that let's know that wasn't it. Just bear with me, guys. Just bear with me. I'm making this up on the fly. Okay, what is the worst type of cheating? There we go. Someone can do in tournament fishing. All right, so let's say number one. Of course, I mean everybody's heard about somebody going and stashing some fish somewhere. So we'll just call that fish in what, cages, baskets, something like that. Let me just hop in the chat and see if you guys have any suggestions. I see DP checking in. He says putting weights inside a fish. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. All right. So yeah, I definitely have to put that one. So let's say fish in cages. So if someone is out there stuffing fish in cages and going back and picking those fish up and taking them to the weigh-in, dirty, just dirty. Okay, so that is bad. So we'll say fish in cages. All right, so what is the worst type of cheating someone can do in tournament fishing? Fish in cages. Number two, we will say putting weights in fish. Oh yeah, oh yeah. We had to put that one in there, putting weights in fish, because that is the thing that even people that aren't in the fishing industry, everybody knows about that cheating scandal that took place. So a lot of the information that we're going to be going over, guys, a lot of this stuff is going to be alleged things. So the things that I'm going to pull up are just things that are kind of out there, and the information that other anglers are putting out about what they're seeing out there. All right. And like I said, for everybody just tuning in, I will be playing a few clips of some of the anglers that we all know, that we all love, and we respect, what their thoughts are of things that are going on in the industry. And they're kind of exposing some things to us that a lot of people may not have been aware of. So I'll be pulling that up in just a second. All right. So we have fishing. Okay. I see. Let's see. Bob Freeman says basket fish. All right. So basket fish, we'll say that fish in. All right. So I'll put basket/cages. All right, basket/cages. All right, then we had putting weights in. Let me make sure I get that right, guys. Just bear with me. Putting weights in fish. So I think this is going to be kind of interesting. And make sure that once you vote on the poll, put your put a comment or something down in the comment section. Now, I'm going to go through here. Of course, as we do each week, I give those shout outs for everybody, and of course, special shout out to the members of the Money Team. Those are the members of the channel, guys. If anybody is interested in joining the Money Team and becoming a member of the channel, just click on the join button below. It'll give you some basic information along with the perks that come along with being a member of the channel. One of which is, if you take a look at the people's names that have a badge, you see, say we have Joe Winkler in here. He has he's a new member. Then we have Ivy Moore. Looks like he has that badge with the 2 next to his. So he's been a member for a little over 2 months. So that's kind of how that works. So I see some other members of the Money Team, some strong supporters of the channel that are in the chat. So I want to give a special shout out to you. All right. So here we go, guys. So we have fishing baskets, putting weights in fish. All right. Let's see. Let's add another one in here. What is another one that was a hot topic? So getting information during off limits. How about that? Getting information during off limits. All right, let's get one more, guys. Let me hop in the chat. Let's see what else. What is another hot one that you guys have heard about? So, of course, putting fish in baskets. We've all, when I first started out fishing, I didn't know about any of this stuff, guys. But yeah, putting fish in baskets, putting weights in fish, getting information during off limits. All right. Who is this checking in? What is going on? Oh, goodness. We have Bass Geek checking in. He says, watching my channel and fishing my holes. Oh, my goodness. Special shout out to the Bass Geek checking in. So, yeah, so we're going to have some fun with this one, guys. And like I said, this is an interactive channel. And what I'll do is also drop the link in the chat. So if anybody in here wants to come up and kind of voice their opinion on, just the industry and the things that we're hearing in general, then I'll drop that link in there and you can come up for maybe like 30 seconds or something like that and just kind of voice your opinion on it. So Bass Geek says, fishing my holes. I don't know. I don't think I can add that one to the poll. Let's see what's going on. Does anybody else have any good ones? Let's see. Hold on. Let's see, guys. Let's see. All right. So somebody said waypoint swapping. I think that would go under getting information under the and that's Phil Bass. Shout out to you. Really appreciate you hopping in. But yeah, so I would say that goes under getting information during the off limits. All right, and let's see. Hold on just a second. Have people hitting me up. Let me just tell this person to hop on the live because we're live, so they can hop on this live real quick. And as you guys see, this is live and in action. So I'm getting phone calls, getting messages, and all that good stuff. All right, let me see. Join the live stream now. All right, so just bear with me, guys. Yeah, we got some things to get into, but just want to make sure everybody is tuned in. And also go ahead and share this link real quick. And I'm just looking for one more response that I can put in this poll, and then I'll drop that poll in there. So the question of the evening is going to be, what is the worst type of cheating someone can do in tournament fishing? We have 1, putting fish in baskets or cages. 2, putting weights in fish. Oh man, everybody knows about putting those weights in the fish. And 3, getting information during off limits. So what is one more? So I'm hopping in the chat. I see Bass Geek was in here, said, don't let me catch you on my holes. What did he say? If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying, right? Oh no, do not say that. That is not a good one. We do not condone that type of activities in this chat. All right, so let's see, guys. Let's see if we have somebody else dropping one more. All right, let's see. So once I get this poll put up, then I'm going to give a few shout outs, and then we're going to hop straight into these clips. And then I'm going to start getting your guys' responses on that, and then I'll drop the link. So that is the layout for the live stream right now, guys. All right, so let's see. All right, let's see. I'm not seeing anybody else dropping anything. What's another one? So we have Gaming Dreams. Gaming Dreams says using live bait. I haven't really heard of that one. But yeah, that would be kind of ugly too. All right, let's see. Then we have Claude Williams says pre-fishing when the tournament waters are off limits. Okay, so we have that one. Let's see. Maybe we'll just stick to 3. Let's see. Then we have Bass Geek says off limits violation. So yeah, we have that one. All right, not paying when people went. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Nah, okay. So yeah, I was just looking to see. All right, so we have fish in baskets, putting fish in weights, putting weights in fish, and getting information during off limits. Man, we need one more, guys. Come on, get active in the chat. Somebody's gonna come up with a good one. Something that is like one of the obvious things, and I'm stuck on just these 3 right now. I can't think of a third one. Let's see. All right, let's see. All right, so yeah, I'm just looking in the chat, guys. All right, so Basket says off limit fishing. Then Michael with high tech redneck fishing. What is going on? Glad you have joined the live stream. I know you were gone for a quick little minute, but you are back. All right, so he says off limits. I agree. All right, Cerebral Tackle, sponsor of the On the Water Live when I was out there the day before yesterday to Sunday. So I was out there on Sunday. So he sponsored that On the Water Live. Special shout out to you. So I know you have to have a good one that we can add to finish off this poll. So he says, I have to have you muted for now. Big call. But you know how I feel about this subject. That's right. He says Fieder and G are right. Hands hand out DQs like candy, and this will stop. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Special shout out to Cerebral Tackle. All right, so Brian the Fisherman Baker says anglers friend catching fish and they take them. Ooh, that is ugly. That's ugly. Let's see. Does that fall fishing baskets, putting fish in weights? Oh man, then we have Pat stepping in. Shout out to Pat. He was out there on the lake with me on that live. So I do have some footage that I will be pulling up of that shortly. Okay, he said swapping fish on the lake with a buddy. All right, putting fish from. Okay, so it looks like there's three of them that are saying that. And then we have Bass Geek checking in. Special shout out to the Bass Geek checking into the live stream. Big guy out here in the YouTube, in these YouTube streets. He says transporting fish from other lakes. Oh yeah, I've heard about that one. And people taking fish out of aquariums and stuff like that. All right, so it looks like 3 guys said something about swapping fish. Somebody said flogger. Let's see. Can you see me? All right, let's see. I did catch guys swapping. Okay, I guess I have to put that one in there. All right, so we have several people that said swapping fish. How did you guys word that? Let's see. Then we have snagging. Oh, that's it. Snagging fish. So let's see. Snagging fish, because that was kind of a big issue. So snagging fish or swapping fish on the lake. I guess we'll go with, man, that's a tough one right there. Let's go with snagging fish, since that is one of the main snagging fish, snagging bedding fish. How about that, guys? So those are the 4 that we will go with. All right, hold on one second. Let me just make sure everything is in place. So yeah, we're gonna get into it, guys. We're gonna get into it. Let me just make sure I have everything set up. Oh shoot, I accidentally canceled one of my options. All right, so we have fishing baskets, putting weights in fish. Okay, and then the other one was sharing, obtaining information, getting information during the off limits. All right, just bear with me, guys. Information during off limits. Okay, I see what the issue is. It's too many characters on here. I will put information during off limits for that one. So hopefully everybody understands what that means. Information during off limits. Off limits. Boom. There we go, guys. So we have that poll is live and active in the chat. The question of the evening is, what is the worst type of cheating someone can do during a tournament? Of course, there are other options out there, but what we have so far is fish in baskets. Let me see if I can pull that back up. Man, you guys are getting in there quick. Fish in baskets, putting fish in weights, snagging, betting fish, or getting information during the off limits. All right, so there we go. So that's what we have for the poll. So make sure you guys get active in there. All right, so let me go ahead and hop straight into the chat. And from there, we'll pull up these video clips. So let's see who we have checking in tonight. So we have Michael with High Tech Redneck Fishing checking in. He says, hi, guys, and money. Sorry, I have not been able to make the live streams. My new job requires me to get up very early. Oh, yeah. I know you've been MIA for a while. He says, I will hang out for a little while tonight. All right, sounds good. So, yeah, we're going to keep this one short and sweet. So let me hop right back into the chat. Darren Pearson hit me with the 1 special shout out to you. Then we have Joseph checking in, member of the Money Team, very strong supporter of the channel. He says, DP in the house. Good evening, gang. On my cell phone for a bit, then I'll get to go upstairs and jump on the computer. All right, and guys, Mark Scott checking in, very, very strong supporter of the channel and a member of the Money Team. He's always getting active in the chat. All right, then you guys hit me with the 1. I'm just going to kind of zoom through these messages real quick just so I can get caught up real quick, guys. All right, let's see. Where were we at? All right, Texas Nuke checking in. Shout out to you. We have Phil Bass says, good evening. Then we have Claude Williams checking in. Hope everyone is doing well. Fishing with Ollie. All right, I see everybody is tuning in tonight. So really, really appreciate the support of the channel, guys. Good evening, everyone. Tuning in from Gun Barrel City, Texas. All right, land of the big fish. All right, then we have Bass Geek. We have Bass Geek checking into the live stream. Says, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying, right? Oh, no, that is not true. All right, then shout out to DP. He says, putting weights in fish to weigh in at the tournament. All right, so that was an option for the poll. Yeah, make sure you guys check that poll that is in the chat. I will be pulling that up shortly. All right, Joe Winkler says, "What's up, Money Bass? I'm with you." There we go. All right, then we have Basket Fish. Ivy Moore says, "What's up?" We have everybody checking in tonight. Really, really appreciate it. All right, then Michael with High Tech Redneck Fishing says, "The worst thing I have seen in local tournaments: 3 boats would take their 5 best." Oh, oh, wait a minute. Hold on. He said the worst thing I have seen in local tournaments: 3 boats would take their 5 best between boats and split the money if they win. What do you say to something like that? So yeah, that's ugly. That's real ugly right there. All right, then we have Phil Bass says waypoint swapping. So yes, that's sharing information. So yeah, some people are really against that sharing information thing. All right, then we have Joseph says attorneys need shorter, simpler, and cleaner rules. Consequences need the hand of God enforcement. Oh my goodness, not the strong arm on them. All right, he says attorneys um could use better policing for today's world, like requiring constant camera footage. Oh, yeah. I mean, but that's the thing. The thing we're going to get into, those guys had cameras on their boats. Man, it was wild. All right. So Bass Geek says, watching my channel and fishing my holes. All right. So yeah, do not fish the Bass Geeks holes. So yeah, you know us country folks, man. I mean, if you put some trees in the background, we're gonna count the branches, look at how the waves ripple against the bank and all that stuff, and we'll be right over there behind you, waiting for you to leave your spot so we can go and catch those fish. All right. Then we have Pat checking in. He says catching the same fish multiple times a day. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So yeah, I guess that's during the betting season. All right, Bass Geek says, "What's up, man? What's going on? Glad to have you in the chat." Brian the Fisherman Baker, anglers friends fishing, and they get their fish they catch. There we go. All right, then let's see. All right, man, you guys are flying through this through this chat. So what I'm going to do, whenever we start getting a lot of comments, which is a great thing, because like I said, these live streams build off of the comments and off of the activity that you guys are, putting in the chat. But if we start moving too fast and I can't keep up, what I'll do and what I generally do is I will hop through and read the comments of the members of the money team. Those are the guys that you see that have the badges next to their name. So it'll have like an N for new member. Then we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, just indicating how long they have been members of the channel. So we have a few big dogs in here that have been a member of the channel for 6 months plus. So really, really appreciate you guys. All right, so let me just make sure I did not lose my spot in here. All right, so Baskeek says, "Thanks, man. Just following." Ivy Moore, shout out to the money team. Yo, I'm in the crib, bro. All right. Gaming Dreams, giving a shout out to the Bass Geek. Joe Winkler says, "I have seen, let's see. I have seen, but didn't catch red-handed, but I've seen big fish tied off on pop plastic bottles. Oh my goodness, in coves in different areas. Man, that's ugly." Mako Mills, what is going on? Special shout out to Mako Mills. He says, "Yes, sir. Let's go." All right, Mako, strong supporter of the channel, and he has sponsored a few of the live streams. So special shout out to you. All right, let me see. Let me just get caught up real quick. All right, there we go. So you did make it into the live stream. He says, "Okay, you can start now. I'm here." All right, sounds good. All right, so let's see, guys. All right, so what I'll do is I'm just gonna go through here, hit the money team members real quick, just to see what you guys had to say, and then I have about 3 clips. You guys saw the thumbnail, so I have about 3 clips that I will pull up, and then just kind of have a discussion on those. We can get some opinions, some thoughts, and everything about about what's going on right now. All right, so Ivy Moore says, "Not playing when people win tournaments, California." Oh yeah, California is not playing. All right, let's see. Oh, well, I gotta read the Bass Geek. You know what I'm saying? We have a special guest in the building.
Yes, sir.
All right, he says off limits violations. All right, then we have, let's see, off limits. All right, hold on 1 second, guys. Let me just hop through here real quick. All right, so Ivy Moore says, "Not playing when people win tournaments in California." I got you on that one. Joe Winkler, special member of the money team and a new member to the channel. "I did catch guys swapping fish between boats up in the parking lot." Good Lord. In the parking lot. Man. So actually, when you saw that, did you report them? What happened with the situation like that? All right, then money team member Ivy Moore says, "Can you see me?" he keeps reiterating that they're not playing in California. All right, let's see. Basket says I would put both of those. All right, snagging and swapping. Yeah, maybe I should have put that one in there, but you guys are in there getting active. All right, Cerebral Tackle says, I've seen fish not get bumped, measured because the angler was friends with the tournament director. Man, tournament director. Yeah, so I hadn't heard that one before, but hey, you just never know these days. All right, then we have, let's see, we got weights and fish. Uh-oh, not the weights and fish. All right, let's see, guys. Let's see. I'm trying to get caught up, All right, so Joe Winkler says all these guys, but no one is clicking the like button. Oh man, don't tell me we're looking kind of famished on the likes. I mean, let me check, guys. How are we looking on the likes? Let me just check real quick. What are we looking like? Oh man, my likes are looking a little hungry. Can I get maybe like four or five more likes, guys? Really, really appreciate everybody tuning in. All right, Joe Winkler says that's just what I was talking about, sharing fish. Okay. All right, Joe Winkler says I DQ them for the year. So those guys that you said you caught swapping fish in a parking lot, what ended up happening with that situation? Did somebody report them? What happened with that? All right, let me just take a look at, let me see. All right. So Big Mike Fishing Chronicle says, in my opinion, they need to stop having tournaments during the spawn. Man, what do you guys think about that? All right, and let me just make sure I didn't miss anybody. All right, so I got through the members of the money team. So now what we are going to do is get into some video clips of some anglers that we all know and love. And for the most part, I think people value their opinions and their thoughts and just, everything that they have brought to the fishing industry. So let's go ahead and pull up first. And you know something? I always pronounce his last name wrong. When I think I'm saying it right, I say it one way. But anyway, what we're going to take a look at is Todd Castledine. Todd Castledine. All right, Todd Castledine. I think that's how I pronounce it. Somebody put that in the chat so I can make sure I put some respect on his name. Have to put some respect on his name. All right, so let me share my screen, and this is just him basically his response to what he has seen in the fishing industry, guys. And like I said, to me, I think it affects all of us, man. As you can see, I mean, I have rods behind me. Normally everything is kind of neat and put away in here, but I have fishing hooks, I have reels. I'm in here just kind of trying to get everything just reset up. But anyway, so Todd Castledine, he has some things that he had to say about it. And like I said, he is somebody that I think a lot of people know and a lot of people respect his thoughts and opinions on things. So let's just take a listen, and see what he has to say. All right, where are we at? Here we go, guys.
To when they get done after the tournament and be like, hey, they did this wrong. But it doesn't matter. The funny thing is all this is on camera. It's all on film now. All this stuff has been going on for years. I am now well aware. I go up and down on whether or not how many people cheat in tournaments. And what I've realized is that like I do believe some guys like cheat. Right? I mean, right, when we think about cheating, it's like think about the guys with them in a basket, right? I mean, I think we've had over the years on Rayburn. Um, is it still going on? Yep, still is. I still think we have some cheaters to this day. Um, I don't think they're very well known about though. That's the crazy part. Some of us old timers, and I'm going to call myself an old timer now. We all know who they are. We all know that they've been, um, they either gotten caught or they've moved on. Right? They stayed their welcome. Right? That's what happens to most of them. That's the sad part is most of them don't get caught. They just get persuaded not to show back up again. After they took thousands and thousands of dollars off everyone, it is they finally felt the heat. The problem with this is that like it it's only being known now because the cameras are on people. That's what's going on here. And so
All right, so let's go ahead and pause it right there. So What do you guys think about that? I mean, he is definitely in the industry. He has his eyes on the lake. He's the feet to the street, so he knows the pulse of what's going on out there. And when guys like this and he fishes local tournaments too. So he's out there putting in work, really doing his thing. And for him to come back and put this information out there and like, hey, it's going on, it's happening. And kind of what do you do about it? What do you do about something like that? But what do you guys think about that? Like I said, make sure you guys get active in the chat because the live stream builds off of the chat. I will be dropping the link in here in just a minute. So if anybody wants to come up, I can pull you up on the screen. You can drop a comment or two, just talk for maybe about 30 seconds to a minute or something like that. I'll bring you up. And then if somebody else wants to come up, then I'll drop you down and bring the next person up. But yeah, I think this is really a big topic that more people should be talking about. And yeah, it's a tough one, guys. Let me pull up the next clip and we'll talk about that. Actually, make sure you guys keep getting active in the chat because I am keeping an eye on that. So if anybody's commenting on the video clips, then I will pull those up and read those comments. So what I'll do is go ahead and drop this one down, and the links for each one of these clips that I'm going to show you is in the description. So make sure you guys check the description if you want to see the full video clips for each person that I'm going to pull up. So that was Todd Castledine. Am I saying it right? Make sure you put it in I always say his last name wrong, guys. But special shout out to him. Great guy in the fishing industry. And yeah, I mean, I really like his channel. So make sure you guys check it out. And like I said, the link to the full video is in the description. So you guys can come back and watch that. All right. So I will drop that one down and pull up the next clip, guys. Hold on one second. All right, there we go. All right. So just special shout out to the Facebook crew. We have Marcus Mans checking in. He says, call them out. Oh, yeah. Don't let it slide. Call them out. Yeah. So, I mean, it's kind of a big thing in the fishing industry right now. So they're really, really talking about it. All right. So let me drop this and bring up the next clip. Like I said, each one of these guys I'm pulling up are people that we all know and love in the fishing industry. And a lot of people value their thoughts and opinions on things. All right. So hold on one second, guys. All right. So this is a live show. So just bear with me as I go through here. What I'm doing now is just dropping down that other video, pulling up the next clip. So this one is a guy that, of course, everybody's going to know about him. Who knows about the G-Man? Special shout out to the G-Man. All right. So yeah, so he has some things to say, and this is kind of a little different. I guess a little different, but it's still in that realm of disqualifications and things like that. But let's just take a listen to what he was talking about, and then I have a few things that I want to say about it, and I'll hop back into the chat. So make sure you guys keep getting active in the chat. All right, so let's see what he has to say.
And now I'm going to try to make a video.
Actually, let me just give you a quick just a quick intro to what's happening. So there was somebody very close to him that you will hear did not have the correct amount of insurance coverage, and they ended up getting a DQ. So he's just kind of discussing that. And the reason why I wanted to play this clip is because in that poll, make sure you guys are responding to that poll. We're talking about some major things that are going on as far as putting fish in baskets, swapping fish, fishing during the off limits time, or getting information during off limits. And what was the other thing? Putting weights in fish. So those things are major. But there are guys that are getting DQ'd because maybe they didn't purchase their fishing license. Maybe they didn't have the correct amount of insurance. So those, to me, do not have malicious intent, but they're still in the rules. So if there are people that are actually turning themselves in whenever they realize like, oh man, I broke this rule, let me report it to the tournament director, versus someone on the way on that other end of the spectrum, what are we going to do about these type of things, guys? Do we just let it slide, or what do you guys think? But let's just hear how his passion is about this that isn't even really a major intentional offense. So let's listen in.
Because I had so many questions sent to me about the situation with Trey Swindle at the Northern Open in Chesapeake Bay. Some of you know Trey got disqualified on day 3, sitting in second place. He got disqualified for the whole week. There's a lot of questions, a lot of like, what happened? Well, Trey did not have enough insurance coverage to meet what Bass had required. They required $300,000 liability policy, and his did not add up to $300,000. Now, mistake, honest mistake. Didn't gain him anything in fishing. Didn't help him catch another bass. It didn't help him get in front of anybody. It didn't help any of that.
Exactly.
That's a rule. They check your, because a lot of people's asking me, why did this happen then? Well, let me try to explain to you the system. So there could be 220 guys in an open to 245 guys in an open. This depends on the field. Could be 190. But when they check insurance, they only check usually boat 1 and 2 at blast off every day. So maybe check 6 a tournament, 6. And they check them right before you blast off. Like they'll just walk up to your boat and say, hey, you're boat 2, need to see your insurance. Well, you have to provide them at that time proof that you have $300,000 coverage liability. Correct. Now that's for them. That's something they require. So it's easy to do, and it's pretty much a panic moment because you don't. I've been there. I've been sitting there and there. But in the Elite Series, it's done a little different. They do it at the meeting the night before, so you got a few minutes to get it. But it's still a panic moment to make sure you got it right. So, it's been some naysayers, and I know people, some guys have commented on the internet, blah, blah, blah. You got to take care of the little things. You're right. You got to take care of the little things.
That's right.
So he didn't. Cost him. But
all right. So like I said, guys, the full video, the link is in the comments. So the reason I wanted to pull that up is because you can see, even if it is not an intentional thing, the passion that some of these anglers have when it comes to following the rules. Because even though that is somebody that is near and dear to him, he said, hey, but it's in the rules. I've been DQ'd before. I've had to put my big fish back because I had brought in the wrong, well, I say the wrong species, but the one that I brought in, a smallmouth, I didn't realize that it was under the limit for that lake. So I ended up losing that fish and my big fish. So, I mean, we've all felt that burn or that sting from having DQs and things like that. But hey, it's in the rules. We just have to follow the rules. So there are guys out there that are taking those L's, but then there's guys on that other end of the spectrum that are subverting those L's and kind of, doing some things that they shouldn't be doing. All right. So let me hop back into the chat real quick. So I have 2 more clips that I'm going to play. Let me just check real quick. All right. Bear with me, guys. Bear with me. Let's see where we at. So we already got that one. All right. So let me hop back into the chat and see who else we have checking in. Oh, and also I have to go back and take a look at that poll too. So I see you guys are definitely moving in there. So just about everybody in here has voted on that poll. So if you haven't, the poll is in the chat. And the question of the evening is, what is the worst? I kind of had a typo in there, but what is the worst type of cheating someone can do in tournament fishing? And the options are 1, fish in baskets or cages. And read the comments. There's guys in here that have actually commented about hearing or seeing some type of issue with each one of these. Number 2 was putting weights in fish. We all know about that one. Everybody knows about the walleye incident. All right. Then the other one is snagging bedding fish. So that was something that was big, that was recently going on, where people are catching the same fish multiple times when they should not be doing that, allegedly. But from what I understand, they had that stuff on camera. But what happens when someone, does any of these things? Then the other one is information during off limits. And man, there is a clip that I want to play on that one. So I'll pull that up in just a second. But what do you guys think in the chat? So I see everybody has pretty much responded to that poll. But let's do this in the comments. The number 1 is fish in baskets and cages. What do you think the punishment should be? Or what do you think? Let's just put it that way. What do you think the punishment should be? What do you think the consequences should be for each one of these? So 1, if someone is caught putting fish in baskets. 2, if someone is getting caught putting putting weights in fish. 3, if you're caught snagging fish and then there's proof of it. And then 4, getting information during the off limits. What do you think the punishment should be for each one of those? So let's see you guys get active in the chat with that. And what I'll do is hop back into the comments real quick, and then I'll bring up two more clips. So just bear with me. Let me just see where I left off at, guys. So I see things kind of slowed down in the chat a little bit. So I may be able to catch up on some of you guys that were responding a little earlier. All right, so let me just see where we were at. All right, so Eddie Butler, let's see. Let me see, make sure I didn't miss anybody. All right, let's start off with Cerebral Tackle. He says at MoneyBass, option 5, they're all equal, in my opinion. Oh, yeah, so all of them. Oh, yeah, all of them are ugly. All of those options are ugly. But, yeah, appreciate you for getting active in the chat and that poll. All right, then we have Eddie Butler checking in. What is going on? He says slot bass not being measured correctly due to the buddy system. There was somebody else that just mentioned that. I think Cerebral Tackle said that people aren't bumping the right fish whenever they get to the scales. All right, Bass Geek says just playing now. Don't hang me. So he said if you're not cheating, then you're not trying. So he said, hey, I'm just playing. I'm just playing, guys. Don't take that serious. All right, Joe Winkler says all of these guys, but no one is clicking the like button. All right, so yeah, let me just check the likes again. What are we looking like on the likes, guys? All right, I see you guys stepped it up a little bit, but it looks like I'm still missing about 3 likes. Can I get 3 more likes? Help me out just a little bit. It does help the channel out, guys. Really appreciate it. All right, then Big Mike Fisher says, in my opinion, the need to stop to have during the spawn. Okay, so that's where we're at, guys. So let me hop back in these chats real quick. So Rylan Garrett's checking in. He says, I was fishing a tourney and caught a team using a step ladder to catch them off of beds. A step ladder. Goodness, guys. Yeah, so that, I mean, at least they're still catching the fish. Catching the fish, but yeah, that one's kind of off. All right, Joe Winkler says, I'm the tournament owner / director. Oh my goodness. So I know you have seen some things and heard some stories. All right, then Rory says all of them. Cheating is cheating. Nothing can be right about it. There you go. There you go. All right, Joseph says, Rory, okay, you're right. Hang them high. Oh no. Joseph, who is it? Joseph and Mark, you guys getting here, starts talking about Ruger's barking and all this stuff. All right, so Cerebral Tackle says that Joe Winkler, good on you. All right, yeah, shout out to Joe Winkler. All right, so Texas Snoop says fishing off limits water. So yeah, so this is when we were talking about some of the options that will go in there for the poll. Cerebral Tackles and Rory says exactly what I said. There you go. Then we have Adam Fishing checking in. Shout out to you. All right, then Marcus Mans. All right, checking in on the Facebook side of things. Hey, shout out to the Facebook crew. Really appreciate you guys tuning in. Let's see. The other thing that I wanted to mention real quick, guys, this Thursday, probably around 10 o'clock or so, I will be putting out a link, not a link, but a notification. So everybody that is subscribed to the channel, you will get the notification, but we will be live on the water. And I have some footage that I will be showing you guys in just a minute. But I'll have somebody else out there with me. So we're going to see. Somebody's going to be fishing shallow. Somebody's going to be fishing deep. It's going to be live and in action. But the difference with this is we will be able to see your comments and respond back. So if you guys want to get active in the chat, maybe somebody's throwing a crankbait and you're like, hey, man, you need to throw a spinnerbait. You need to throw this. So you can do that. So it's something where I want the chat to get active and be participating in the on the water footage. And then we're going to see who comes out on top. Shallow water, deep water. Just have some fun with it, guys. All right, so let's see. Michael with High Tech Redneck Fishing says, that's why I quit fishing tournaments. I spend time trophy fishing and spending time with my dad. There you go, guys. That is what it's all about, making sure that you're out there enjoying it the way that you want to enjoy it and spending time with family, because that is very, very valuable, guys. Make sure you reach out to your loved ones, because you never know how much time people have to get out on the water. Some people are just super busy. And hey, whenever you get that time, it's good to get out there and spend it with your family members. All right, Darren Pearson says, the only way you can stop cheating is to have cameras in the boat and to have a lot of touch test after they weigh. I have to wait a minute. I didn't really quite catch that one, DP, but maybe you cleared it up. Let's see what he says. The only way you can stop cheating is to have a camera, boat, and a ladder detector test. Okay, all right. So yeah, go ahead and double up on them. All right, Ivy Moore says, I'll up this one. Bass fishing cheater wins over 70,000, gets exposed. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I mean, what happened? $70,000. All right, shout out to Phil Bass. He says, great show, Money. Off to work. Peace. All right, thank you for checking in when you could. I will catch you on the next one. All right. So Rory Johnson says nobody is winning because cheating is taking away everything from everyone fishing in the tournament. There is so many levels in the game, and for those of us who are passionate, get cheated. Oh yeah, it can get ugly because I know you guys saw that footage. They had to tell in that walleye situation, they pretty much had to tell them like, hey, back away and let these guys make it to their vehicles and leave. So yeah, people really take that stuff seriously, especially when you're investing time, money, and time away from your family. All right, so Joseph says the information thing could be subjective to some degree. But as for the penalties, all right, here we go. He says permanent ban, jail time, and heavy fines if we're not allowed to hang them publicly. Goodness, Joseph. Goodness, Joseph. I'm surprised you're not talking about the Rugers barking, but I feel you. All right, so South Jersey fisherman says, if you ain't trespassing, you ain't trying. Are you hanging out with Bass Geek? Are you and Bass Geek hanging out together? Talking about if you ain't trespassing, you ain't trying. All right. Then we have Joe Winkler says baskets tied to bottles, tied up fish. It's all DQ for the year. And surprisingly, they will never return. Man, okay. So that's interesting. So what do you guys think about that? So that is what I wanted to see. That's what I wanted to touch on. So and taking a look at the poll, let me just read that out to you guys real quick. Just hold. All right, so right now, where we are at with the standings of the poll for the evening, the question is, what is the worst type of cheating someone can do in tournament fishing? We have 1, fish in baskets/cages. Surprisingly, that's 24%. I thought it'd be higher than that. Then number 2, putting weights in fish. That's at 59%. Wow. Which one do you guys think is more common? All right. And then we have 3rd, snagging bedding fish. That's only 9%. And then we have getting information during off limits is 6%. So that's ranking kind of low. So it looks like the worst type of fishing in the majority of guys that are in this chat, in your opinion, is putting weights in fish. Comes in number 1 at 59%. And fish in baskets/cages is 26%. I actually thought that was going to be the number 1 thing that people said is the worst type of cheating that someone can do. All right, so there we go. And so now what I'm doing is just checking the chat to see what you guys think the penalty should be for each one of those. And Joe Winkler says that baskets tied to bottles, tied up fish, it's all DQ for the year. And surprisingly, they will never return. So if someone puts fish in a basket, and let's say they've done this 2-3 times, and now you finally caught them, and what you're saying is you would DQ them for the year, but now that year is up and they show back up. And I mean, you're back again. They're back again after a year, but they were putting fish in baskets. What do you guys think? All right. So Joe Winkler says a year for that type of situation. All right. Then we have Ivy Moore says they should be banned for a year. All right. So it looks like that you guys are sticking in unison with that year thing so far. But I just need clarification. Which one of those 4 are you talking about? Because if somebody gets information during the off limits, is that a year? But if somebody comes in with 20 pounds that they took all of those fish out of a basket, are those equivalent? Should both of those people be banned for a year? All right. Then we have Joseph says, see money, you know what's up. Let the Rugers bark, line them up. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. All right. Then Joe Winkler says, let me see, in the Bass Series tournaments on Facebook. Bass Series tournaments on Facebook. All right. So clarify that. I'm not quite following you, unless that's the name of the what you're saying that you are the tournament director for. All right. Then we have Bottom Line Outdoors checking in. Says the off limits time should be looked at. There are anglers that fish both major trails. They shouldn't be punished. All right. So okay, so I understand what you're saying. So if someone's fishing multiple trails, and one of those trails, the tournament is actually on a lake that is going to be during the off limits for another one, then yeah, I can kind of see what you're saying. So yeah, maybe something. Yeah, I think that can get some type of leeway. That would just be my opinion on that. But I mean, something would definitely have to be worked out. Yeah, Because I mean, you would still have an unfair advantage if you're on that lake during the off limits when other people can't be. All right. So Darren Pearson says, I think for all of that, if you get caught cheating, you should get 2 years in jail. Woo! All right. DP is saying lock them up. All right. And so after they do their 2 years, can they come back and fish again? I mean, that's what I'm trying to see. How long? And so we have 2 guys that said a year. All right, then we have Ivy Moore says, do y'all kind of feel some of the same people win in some of the main tournaments or in the town they live in? What are you saying, Ivy? What are you talking about? All right. He says, I see 33 votes, but I don't see 33 thumbs up. What's that? Oh, there we go. I like the way you're thinking. Let me check the chat again real quick. Yeah, so we're sitting at 20. I mean, we're sitting pretty decent. So yeah, if you haven't hit the like button, please hit the like button. It really does help the channel out. All right, then Big Mike Fishing Chronicle says, if you are a so-called pro, how come you need to get information? Man, I mean, everybody gets out there and struggle every once in a while. So, somebody may tell you like, hey, man, this is the bait that you need to use, or maybe this is where, I've been catching those 5-pounders at. So maybe you need to check it out. All right. So let's see. What does he say? South Jersey Fisherman says, nah, I think they should be banned, period. So is that a life ban? Is that what you're saying, South Jersey Fisherman? So that's what I'm trying to see. So for those 4 options that we have up there, what would you guys do as the punishment if you were in charge of laying down the law for those? All right, then we have South Jersey Fisherman. He says, once a cheater, always a cheater. Ooh, that's ugly. That's ugly. All right, then we have, what is this? Caitlin Foskey checking in, says, was in a tournament where someone bought a winning catch from a friend, failed the lie detector test, DQ. Wait a minute. You said they bought the fish from a friend, but actually that is one of the options that people were wanting to put on the list, but I didn't put it on there. But it was basically just swapping fish. So that's kind of what they did. I guess they just paid. They paid when they got the fish from them. So yeah, that one's kind of funny right there. All right, Delta Bass says, don't forget these guys dropping the sack of crawfish to chum a area. Just had this happen on a lake near me, and I think any type of cheating, they should lose their fishing license for 5 years. All right, so they lose their fishing license for 5 years, but then after that 5 years is up, they get their license back. Can they come back and fish your tournament? How long should they be out from fishing the tournament? That's the question that I'm looking to see what you guys think about that. All right, Joe Winkler says, never had that problem of them returning the following year. The guys that I caught swapping the fish in the parking lot never returned, and that was 8 years ago. But the thing is, yeah, so they probably just eased on over and were swapping fish in somebody else's tournament. That's ugly. That's ugly. All right, so let's see. Pat says, first offense, 1 year ban. All right, Pat, so you're fishing a tournament and you find out that the guys came in 20 pounds and you had 19 pounds and they took your $5,000 check. Then you fish another tournament against them and they come in with 22 pounds and you're like, man, I can't believe this great day I had. I'm coming in with 20 and a half pounds, and they take your $5,000 check again. On the third tournament, you find out that these guys put fish in baskets, and you're saying you would give them a 1 year ban. Just want to make sure I'm correct. So after that 1 year, they can come back to your tournament and you will allow them in to continue doing whatever they may be doing. All right, so that's what I'm asking. All right, so Pat says second offense, lifetime ban in that state. So they have to move to a whole different state. All right, I hear you on that one. All right, Mako Mill says the following should apply: felony charges of cheating during paid tournaments, loss of fishing license, restraining order against them, not being able to be in a 2-mile radius of any local lakes. Goodness gracious. So what if they have to go to work and they drive by a lake? You're just going to be waiting at the Mako's going to hop out from behind a tree and arrest them and be like, hey, buddy, you shouldn't have drove. You should have drove around and took the long way to work. You can't be within 2 miles of these lakes, buddy. I'm watching you. I got my eyes on you. All right, then we have Joseph says, let the Rugers bark. Oh, my goodness. Come on, Joseph. At least Mark must not be in here, because normally Mark would be in here second in that motion. All right, then we have Ivy Moore. He says, I think all tournaments should be televised. Phoenix Toyota Tackle Warehouse, every last one of them should be televised to stop the cheating. All right, man. So yeah, so really, guys, I haven't been keeping up with the details of all of these different things that have been popping up, but I mean, I see it comes up on my YouTube feed, so I start watching it. That's why I pulled up Gerald Swindle, and as you guys saw, I did a video where he was talking about the Keith Poche thing, not necessarily saying that was intentional cheating or whatever, but it was a discussion about that. And then just the other things, they come up on my feed, so I take a look at those when I can. But I'm out there on the lake a lot too, guys, so I'm out there having fun bringing footage to you guys. So I look for you to shoot that information to me, and then we can talk about it during our live streams. All right, let's see. What did I miss? Joseph says Delta Bass is dropping bags of crawfish. Okay, it's a question. Joseph says Delta Bass is dropping bags of crawfish against the rules in that tournament. Also, how is that different than dropping brush piles? Oh, what do you think about that? Can you drop brush piles and not drop crawfish? Yeah, kind of sticky situation right there. All right, Ivy Moore says, and if someone watching, let's see, and if someone, hold on, guys. Stop the show. We have a sponsor of the live stream. We have Cerebral Tackle stepping in and like, hey, what's up with it, guys? I am the sponsor of this live stream. He's stepping in like the big dog of the live stream tonight. Says, I'm with Mako Mills camera. Do not do it, folks. I've been televised. There's whole. Okay. Oh, yeah. So yeah, even when it's on camera, people are still sneaking things in there. But have to give a special shout out to Cerebral Tackle. He is the current sponsor of the live stream. Let me go ahead in here, and what I do each week, guys, whoever gives the largest super chat, super sticker, they are the sponsor of the live stream. So right now we're sitting on that $5 super chat. Really, really appreciate that. And let me go and change up the banner. So that banner that scrolls at the bottom of the screen, that is where I put. Let me see. Make sure I spell his name right. Here we go. And make sure you guys go and check out his channel. He has some good content over there. He puts out some of these controversial topics too, guys. So yeah, make sure you go and check him out. So if you take a look at the banner scrolling across the bottom of the screen, it says special thank you so much to the sponsor of the live stream, Cerebral Tackle. Really, really appreciate that. All right. So yeah, let me go ahead and put some respect on your name. There we go. All right, and who else do we have? We have South Jersey Fisherman checking in. He says, if it was something as serious as putting fish in cages, which takes a lot of effort, that is true, and sometimes two people, they should be banned for life in the state. Same with putting weights in fish. All right, so there we go. I think we've had two people that said life ban. We had some people, let me see, maybe that was you earlier that said a 1-year ban for something else. Let me see, where was it at? Yeah, I can't find it. This chat is moving on me. All right, so yeah, so he says a life ban for weights in fish and fish in baskets. All right, Cerebral Tackle says bait is different than structure. All right, so there we go. So he's saying that bait versus brush piles versus chumming the waters with crawfish are two different things. All right, and he says in their state, so banned for life in their state. All right, so Ivy Moore says, hey, I watch Keith Poche, whatever his name is, jump literally out of his boat onto a dock into the water back in the. Hey, I saw that too. I actually put that clip in one of my videos before. But yeah, so he was actually, that was a major league fishing event, so he was actually able to do that. He did receive some penalties, but what happened with that is he was on the opposite side of a walkway. It was the walkway that leads out to the boat docks, and he cast over that walkway. But the fish that he got, I think it was like a 6-pounder or something like that. So obviously he was not going to be able to flip that over that walkway. So he asked the official, hey, can I get out of the boat to land that fish? And he said, yes, but you will get I can't remember if it was a 2-minute, 5-minute, 10-minute penalty, whatever that penalty amount was. He was like, well, cool, I'm willing to take that penalty, because it's in the rules that I can do that. So he hopped up on the deck. And I mean, that's one of the things I kind of like about watching Keith Poche. Like even when he jumped that dam. I mean, he, some guys that are out there doing some things that add some excitement to it. I mean, so he got a penalty for that. But I mean, he got a lot of publicity, gained some fans and things like that. So yeah, if you guys want to see the videos I did on that, just make sure you go and check out my channel. I have some good clips of that topic too. All right, then we have 2K checking in and says, that's chumming, and I'm sure it's against the rules. All right. Uh-oh, come on, cerebral tackle. Don't get him started. He said, let me see, Ivermore, you may come on, man. You can't be talking bad about Keith Poche. He's out there doing his thing, man. I like Keith Poche. All right, Darren Pearson says they should be permanently banned. All right. So yeah, so I don't see you guys aren't really putting which ones you're referring to of those 4 options. But let me just take a look at the poll again, see if we have any more people that hopped in. So yeah, it adjusted just a little bit. So I see the question of the evening is, what is the worst type of cheating someone can do during a tournament? Putting fish in baskets, that was sitting at 28% now. Then we have putting weights in fish is 58%. And then we have snagging betting fish at 8%, and getting information during off limits is 6%. And I think that kind of does represent how people feel about it. But which one of those top 2 do you guys feel happens more? Do you think when it comes to cheating, are there more people that are putting fish in baskets and things like that and going and retrieving fish that were previously caught? Or do you think people are catching fish and then putting weights in the fish that they catch during those tournaments? Which one of those options do you guys think there's actually more of? All right, then we have Delta Bass says, Joseph, let's see. It wasn't during the tournament, but after guys find out, it will be in the future with brush pals. Fish may or may not use them, but that live crawfish smell will hold up. So yeah, so it looks like he's talking about people are baiting an area, but not during a tournament. So yeah, so I have, have you guys actually seen any rules about that? Seems like I may have seen it in somewhere before, but I can't really remember. All right, so Ivy Moore says he actually pushing it to the limit. Oh yeah, Keith Poche is out there doing his thing. All right, then we have Joseph said chumming isn't disallowed or even frowned on in all states and areas. Wow. I'm not saying that I agree with it. I'm just asking if it was illegal or frowned upon. Wasn't a crawfish on a hook though? Oh man, so if you're fishing the area and you actually catch a crawfish because it's already people been chumming the area with crawfish. All right, so Ivy says, I ain't talking about bad about him. I like him. That's the only person I know I do something. Okay, all right, I got you. All right, Mako Mill says, Cerebral Tackle, I'm with you, man. Let's go. All right, yeah, special shout out to Cerebral Tackle. Let me go ahead and put it back up there again. Cerebral Tackle is the sponsor of the live stream. And as I mentioned earlier, he sponsored the On the Water live stream on this past Sunday. And make sure you guys have subscribed to the channel, because I will be putting out a notification of the next time we will be doing an On the Water live. And this time there's going to be 2 people on the screen. So there's going to be somebody else out there with me. And the other thing that I mentioned is for the members of the Money Team. Those are the members of the channel. If anybody's interested in that, make sure you click the join button down below. It'll give you the information and just let you know what the special perks are for that. And so the members of the Money Team and the Patreon members, you guys will have the opportunity to actually join me on the live stream on the water if you just happen to be fishing on the same day when I'm out there. So I'll be sending out notifications for that for you guys also. All right, let's see. Who else do we have? We have South Jersey Fisherman. He says, let me pull it up. If it was something as serious as putting fish in cages, which takes a lot of time and effort. Okay, hold on. Let me see. I forgot. I lost my spot. All right, just bear with me, guys. I moved around a little bit. All right, here we go. All right, Ivy Moore says, I ain't talking bad about him. And then Mako Mills, I think I got you. Cerebral Tackle, I'm with you. Let's go. All right, and then let's see. South Jersey Fisherman says, Poche does what Poche wants. All right, all right. All right, Cerebral Tackle said, damn right, Mako. All right, then we have 2K says, let's see, what does he say? Hold on. Poche definitely deserved that DQ. Clear violation of the rules, but it was entertaining. All right, Bass Geek checking in again. Okay, he's still in the comments, still getting active in the comments. He says, what about moving bass? I know tons of people that will catch bass in one spot and move them to theirs. So are you saying moving bass from one lake to another lake, or just, yeah, because if you catch the fish and then you release them in another area, If that's what you mean, let's just say that that's what you're referring to. I mean, if you catch some fish during practice and then you release that fish to another area, maybe that's why some tournaments say that you can't put fish in a live well during practice. But yeah, so what do you guys think about that one? Interesting, very interesting. All right, Joseph says, Delta, reason I say that is where I live is the crawfish capital of the world. Not uncommon. So wait a minute, hold on. The crawfish capital of the world. Oh yeah, I forgot. You're down there in Louisiana. Okay, so I got you. I got you. Okay, he says not uncommon to throw your bait at a crawfish trap. Okay, gotcha on that one. All right, 2K says most of the cheating is getting information from others. Yeah, so for me, what I would say is that's not as bad as those two that have the highest ranking right now. And see, it's moving a little bit. Fishing baskets is at 30%, and putting weights in fish is at 57%. So yeah, getting information. There's times where there's off limits and stuff like that. Yeah, those other two, I think those, well, actually, they are at the top of the list. All right, so Ivy Moore says, I think Keith is about the only real fisherman that don't mind, I guess, getting dirty. Yep, getting dirty. All right, Delta Bass says, fish being caught and left in cages or tied underwater. I think, hold on just a second, guys. Hold on, bear with me real quick. Just have to check. And I'm back. All right, just had to check something real quick, guys. All right, fish being caught and left in cages or tied underwater. I think it happens more than people realize. That's what I would think. I was actually thinking that would be the number one thing. All right, then we have, so that's the end of that comment that you said. I think Keith is the only one that's down for getting dirty. Oh yeah, he's out there shooting snakes and all kind of stuff when he's catching fish in those off the grid videos. All right, so let me see. Joseph says, let me see, at Bass Geek, I've heard of that, but never saw it. Makes sense though. All right. So you got a second on that one. All right. So 2K says chumming isn't illegal, but it's against most freshwater tournament rules, like the Alabama rig. All right. Bass Geek says nope. Spot to spot, area to area, just a few days before the tournament. Wow. So yeah, I mean, that one doesn't seem as guaranteed as those first two on the on that list, but I can see what you mean. So yeah, I don't know about that. What do you guys think about that? If somebody catches 3 5-pounders while they're practicing on a Friday, and they take those fish and put them kind of in a cove that they plan on fishing. What do you guys think about that? What do you think? All right, so let me see. South Jersey Fisherman says, man, we've been rolling, guys. It's already been over an hour. I was trying to keep this one short and sweet. So let's see. We have South Jersey Fisherman says, Delta Bass, I also heard of guys tying bass off on stump sound somehow and then catching them later on, which is messed up. Oh yeah, that is definitely messed up. Joseph says Money had to hold on one second, guys. Got to get my comments right. Money had to check to see if his fish got loose. Hey man, what's going on, Joseph? You always have a little something to add in there. All right, that was a good one, though. That was a good one. All right, 2K says, yeah, Louisiana is a state full of, what is that? Scofflaws. Goodness, what is that? All right, I'm not all that educated to know all these different types of slangs and stuff like that. But yeah, so that doesn't sound like a good thing. All right, Ivy Moore says, they go back to where they came from. Okay, so all right, so Bass Geek, I be saying, hey, you can catch that 5-pounder if you want and release it someplace else, but he's gonna go back home before the tournament the next day. All right, so let me see, guys. Let me just take a look and see what the other clip was that I had to play. All right, so what we'll do is we've been running for an hour. Let's see who we have. We have somebody just joining in. Shout out to Cole Wood, says just join. Did Castle? No, that is not what this is about. So he says, did Castledine get busted cheating? No, he was explaining that it is going on in the industry. That is no, so none of the people that I mentioned in this video or on the thumbnail or anything. Those guys were talking about it in the industry. That just want to make sure that's clarified. So I said that at the beginning of the live stream, just to make sure there was clarification on that. So, and basically just for further clarification, what I was saying is those are guys that are well-known, well-trusted. A lot of people value their thoughts and opinions. So they may not be everyone's favorite fisherman. Everybody has their favorite fisherman, but those guys are people that are respected in the fishing industry, and they brought out and were speaking about some of the things that are going on and bringing those things to light, because people are starting to find out more things about it. All right, so let's see what Cole said. He said, okay, gotcha. Sorry for the confusion. Yeah, I don't want any confusion on saying that I'm accusing anybody of anything. I'm just putting that out there, and I played the clips of what they had to say, and those full clips are in the description. The links to their full video is in the description of what they were explaining about their experiences and what they're seeing in the fishing industry. All right, just wanted to definitely make sure we clear that up. So yes, as far as I know, all of those guys are stand-up guys, well respected in the fishing industry, and they're just putting information out there for everybody. All right, so let's see. So South Jersey Fisherman says, I think anyone who is willing to treat an animal that literally supports their living or lifestyle like trash always rubbed me the wrong way and never understood it. All right, got you on that one. So yeah, guys, we had a lot of input on this one. So, and let's just take another look at that poll. Let's see if the poll is still active. Is the poll still active? Where did we go? Okay, here we go. All right, so let me just refresh real quick. All right, so yeah, so the numbers are starting to so that number one is starting to catch up to number two, but it's still kind of behind it. What is the worst type of cheating someone can do in tournament fishing? Number one is fishing a basket. Number two is putting weights in fish. The fishing baskets is at 32% now. The weights and fish is at 55%. All right, guys. So let me pull up some footage of what I was explaining to you guys about being about that on the water footage, and just play a few clips from there. And like I said, each week we're going to start doing this. And for the members of the Money Team, which are the members of the channel, the join button is right below. You can click on that and get information on becoming a member of the Money Team and how to support the channel. And also the Patreon members. There's going to be something special for you guys whenever we're out on the water. If you are out on the water and you're fishing at the same time, I will be able to pull you up on the screen also. All right, so let me, I see some other comments coming in there. All right, so let me share my screen. And what I'll do, just let me add this to the live stream real quick. Just bear with me. Here we go. All right, so this is just this past Sunday. I was out on the lake. Had Pat, he is actually in the chat, and he was out there with me. And what I'm going to do is just play a few of these clips here, just so you guys can get an idea of this on the water, the lives that I will be doing on the water, guys. All right, so just bear with me. Let me get this lined up. All right, here we go. All right, so let's take a look. I'll let this play, and that way you guys can see. Oh, and actually, shout out to Rodney Woods. You can see he doing the live stream on the water. He was the sponsor of the live stream for a minute before Cerebral Tackle came in and knocked him out of that sponsor spot. All right, so now this is on the water on this past Sunday. So let's just take a look at this clip real quick.
Probably not going to be able to reach it. Nah, I didn't reach it. So yeah, so this isn't tournament day. So right now we have 4 rods in the water, guys. This isn't tournament day, so we can get away with doing stuff like that today. Because the thing is, for today, we're just trying to get some fish to the boat, trying to get some action going on. Oh yeah, buddy. All right. Get that line back up. All right. All right, guys. Flip him or net him. I have a feeling you guys said flipping. I'm not looking at the screen. All right, watch out, Pat. I'm gonna flip them over there so the people can see. There we go, guys. All right, so we got fish number 1 to the boat. All right, so there we go. That one right there is for Rodney Woods. So let's get a weight on it. And basically what we're doing, guys, is as we catch these fish, I will weigh the fish. And if you guys could hop in the chat and just put the weight of the fish for me. Let me kind of move this one out of the way real quick. Get the scale out of here. What happened? All right, hold on. You can hop on the trolling motor and ease on over there and get it loose. All right. So Pat said he is hung up on a brush pile. Let's take a look at him, guys. Let's see. Can you guys see that fish right there? So these are some pretty spots out here on the lake. So yeah, I guess this is kind of like that MLF format. All right, let's see. Let's see, guys. See how we're looking.
All right, let me just hop to another clip real quick. Let's see. So just bear with me, guys. This is live and in action. But I just wanted to show you guys these clips so that you can see the format that I will be doing on the lives. And generally, a lot of the times I will put the notification out that same day, so there won't be much notice for it. But I'm letting you know I will be out there this Thursday at 10 a.m. So maybe about 10 to 1 o'clock, something like that. Go out there. Somebody else is going to be on the water too. So I'll be out fishing deep. They'll be fishing shallow, and we'll see, you know, who's able to bring some fish to the boat doing that and just have some fun with it. All right. And hold on. Just bear with me, guys. All right, here we go. Let's take a look at this next clip.
But not when a boat just caught a couple and pulled them off the brush 5 minutes before you got there. Yep, that is the case. Cerebral Tackle says, yes, it is. However, spots are much more aggressive by nature. All right. All right, Pat. All right. You need the net. You need the net. All right.
Saw him on the live go down to it too.
Oh, that's cool. All right, so Pat is on the board. Looks like that one might be a teenager. That was an adolescent, huh?
Wait a minute, guys. Stop the show. We have a new sponsor of the live stream. Chiquita Pearson is stepping in strong, saying, Professor. All right, Chiquita Pearson said, hold up, swole up. Let me come in here and knock Cerebral Tackle out of the way. I am the sponsor of the live stream. Really, really appreciate that. All right. So like I say, each week, guys, whoever gives the largest super chat, super sticker, they are the sponsor of that live stream. And Chiquita Pearson, she's checking out some fish, and she's like, hey, let me hop in on the action. All right, guys. So let me hop in here and do a little work. So what I do is that banner that you saw scrolling across the bottom. Looks like we had Chiquita Pearson said, move over, Bacon. Here comes some sizzling. You guys remember that from back in the day? So Chiquita is the new sponsor of the live stream. Let me just put some respect on her name. Make sure I get it typed in here right. Let's see. Chiquita Pearson. All right. Is the sponsor of the live stream. How about that? Shout out to you, Chiquita. I really, really appreciate that. All right. So now if you guys take a look at the banner that's scrolling across the bottom of the screen, it says special thank you so much to the sponsor of the live stream, Chiquita Pearson. Yes, all right. Really, really appreciate that. Stepping into the chat and making it happen. All right. So let's see. Let me hop into the comments real quick just to see where we were at. And let's see. All right. So, but let me go ahead and put a little bit of respect on his name. Shout out to Cerebral Tackle. Cerebral Tackle was the sponsor of the live stream. But Chiquita Pearson came in and she said, hey, slide to the side. Hold up, swole up. I'm going to take this spot for right now. So now, once again, special shout out to Chiquita Pearson. All right. Let's see who else we have checking in. What else do you guys have to say? All right. So just checking the comments real quick, guys, just to make sure I'm not missing anything. So Cerebral Tackle says, glad someone else knows what that term means. You and me, simple law. All right. Then 2K says, MoneyBass ain't got fish in baskets. His last live on the water video proved that. Oh, 2K. How could you? How could you? That almost hurt. That almost hurt. So yeah, so what he is talking about, those on the water lives, they are really live, guys. So what I was doing is I was showing you guys what I was seeing on the live imaging, what I was targeting, how everything was going, but I just couldn't quite get look, you got me all discombobulated. I couldn't quite get the fish to bite. So that's what he's referring to. So he's like, oh yeah, MoneyBass Fruit, he doesn't put fish in baskets. All right, so Joseph says, ouch, you saying he gave himself a brake job. Come on, man. I beat the brakes off myself. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, sir.
All right, that was a good one. That was a good one. All right, Ivy Moore says, didn't the guy named Paul get caught tiny fish and stumps down in Louisiana? So I don't know about that one. So yeah, you guys got your eyes, you got your, your ears to the streets a little bit more than me on that, because I don't really get to watch too much. I try to. All right, then Joseph says Johnny Long, if I remember that right. Okay, I remember that name right there. All right, Joseph says, not sure about someone named Paul. Delta Bass says, money, I know you fishing deep is Chicken Hawk fishing shallow. Hey, I might have finally pinned Chicken Hawk down. You see, he's not in the chat. Now he knows that I'm doing these live streams. We're here on Tuesdays, and he's not in the chat. All right, then Chiquita Pearson says, what's up, MoneyBass? What's going on? Special shout out to Chiquita Pearson, sponsor of the live stream. All right, so yeah, guys, let me hop through a few more of these real quick. Oh my goodness, hold on. Stop the show immediately. We have Cerebral Tackle checking in. He says, Chiquita, please. Oh my goodness. Cerebral Tackle. Now that was a good one. Oh man, but you can't. I mean, you put a little bit of respect on the name. You spelled it right. He said Chiquita, please. He stepped back in, so he has hit the channel with a $10 super chat. He said I'll match that because I was already the sponsor. Let's see where he's sitting at now. So Cerebral Tackle hit the chat with another $10 super chat. So let me get in here and do a little work. Hop into this banner real quick. Hold on just a second, guys. And what I need to do is go in here and, all right, Cerebral Tackle said, Chiquita Pearson, let me go ahead and bump you off of this spot. Let me get my spot back. Talking to Cerebral Tackle here. All right, so Cerebral Tackle has stepped back in. So if you guys check that banner scrolling across the bottom, special thank you so much to the sponsor of the stream, Cerebral Tackle. Really, really appreciate that. Strong supporter of the channel. And always getting active in the comments, as you guys see. He has some interesting things to say at times. All right. So really appreciate that. And I have to give a shout out to a new member of the Money Team. We have Cole Wood checking in. Special shout out to you. Really, really appreciate that. All right. And let me just hop back into the chat again, guys. So yeah, so Chiquita, I mean, really, really appreciate that. Always appreciate it. All right, so let me hop back into the chat. Where were we at? Let's see. So yeah, so we were talking about Chicken Hawk. I'll see. Hopefully, might have him out here this weekend, but it's gonna be somebody else on Thursday. So make sure you guys tune in for Thursday. If you have not subscribed, make sure you subscribe so you'll get that that notification. All right, guys. Let's see. So Chiquita, what's up, MoneyBass? Okay, I got that one. All right. So where are we at? Ivy says, is he casting like he is shooting? All right, Chiquita Pearson also says your pole cheating is cheating. They are all thumbs down. All right, I feel you on that one. All right, Pat says show them the. What is Pat saying? Show them the clip of that 4.5 pounder I caught. I don't think that clip exists. All right, Ivy Moore says that's too bad he didn't do the $20 one. Hey, but hey, those 10s and 5s and 199s, they're all appreciated. But yeah, really appreciate that, Ivy Moore, member of the Money Team. All right, Delta Bass says them co-sponsors acting up. Oh yeah. But Cerebral, he hit it with the 10 and the 5. So he was like, yeah, I'm gonna make sure I take that spot back. All right, Chiquita Pearson. Okay, she's laughing at you. All right. Then let's see. What does he say? He says we have to make you work on the sponsor crawl. What is that, crawler? Since you can't. Wait a minute. Since you can't tie your rods down. Oh, that's low. That's low. That is low. For everybody that does not realize what cerebral tackle is talking about, let me tell you a quick story. So on Sunday, actually, let me go 2 weeks before that. So I was out on the lake doing an on the water live for you guys, running across the lake, and my foot pedal for my target lock was not secured to the boat yet. I was still kind of moving it around, trying to figure out where I wanted to put it at. As I was running across the lake, I noticed something go flying by me, and it was a $200 foot switch that I needed to control my target lock. So I lost that about 2-3 weeks ago. Ordered a new one. A few guys chipped in on the live stream. Really appreciate everybody that did that. I know it was Joe Winkler. Don't want to leave anybody else out, but I know there was like 2 other people that chipped in a little bit. Bass Fever, I know he was in the area, was in there. So really appreciate that. But this past Sunday out on the lake, I don't know if you guys know what a Ducket Black Ice is, but it is retailed at $419. That is a fishing rod. That fishing rod, along with a brand new reel that I had just bought, a Lose reel, and the brand new pack of braid, all of that on the boat, fell off of the boat during the live. So that is what he is referring to. We have to make you work on a sponsor since you can't tie your rods down. Yeah, it is too soon. But if you look behind me right here, you see all those rods. I got right back to it. So I had somebody meet me in the parking lot at 10 o'clock last night at the Bass Pro and brought me a bunch of rods that they're like, try these rods out and, let me know what you like. So really, really appreciate you guys stepping up and helping me out with these things. Wait a minute. Stop the show. Mako Mills has stepped in and he said, let's go cerebral tackle. He hit us with a $15 super chat. But you know what that means? That means we have co-sponsors because cerebral tackle is sitting at 15. All right. So let me go in here and still do a little work. But I guess since cerebral tackle hit the 15 before you did, Mako, I have to put him first. So let me put cerebral tackle and Mako Mills. All right, there we go. So let me save that, and here we go. So if you guys take a look at the banner that is scrolling across the bottom of the screen, it says special thank you so much to the sponsor of the stream, Cerebral Tackle and Mako Mills. All right, so we have a dual sponsor going on right now. Really appreciate both of you guys stepping in and stepping up and hitting the channel with those super chats. All right, then we have Ivy Moore said foot pedal, rods, reels, lunchbox. Did I lose my lunch? Now I don't think my lunch blew off the boat, but yeah, I've been losing some stuff out there on the lake. All right, so yeah, Cerebral Tackle says, Mako Mills, you're killing me. Oh yeah, he got you. Ivy Moore, let's see. He says you should have been in there swimming, man. I wasn't gonna get that. I was probably in about 80-90 feet of water when that came off of the boat. All right, Mako Mills says, Cerebral Tackle, I got you, brother. It's all love, man. It's all love. It's all love. All right, Joe Winkler says, MoneyBass, did you ever get your new foot pedal control for your forward-facing sonar? Oh, yeah, I got that.
Yes, sir.
Immediately. So, yeah, that's already out there, and it's latched down. I put some Velcro on there this time, so it shouldn't be going anywhere. All right, then so Shakita Pearson says, can those fish finders find rods? Wow, how could you, Shakita? How could you do that? They might be able to find rods, but I'm not going to find that one. You got it. That was a good one. All right. Pat says, cerebral, that's cold-blooded. We had a therapy moment on the boat after that. Yeah, so they didn't see that, Pat. They didn't see that. So, yeah, it took a few minutes for it to sink in. I still kept looking on the boat for the rod, but obviously it was gone. All right, then, giving a shout out to Mako Mills. All right, then Joseph says, Chiquita, money stays out in water so deep they'd have to send that Titanic dive team out there, but you know how that went. Ooh, ugly situation with that one. All right, then Mako Mills giving another shout out. All right, guys, let me just play one more clip real quick, Let me see. Yeah, we've been rolling for about an hour and a half. Let's see. One more clip real quick. Where are we at? All right, here we go. All right, let me just share my screen again. And let's take a look at this last clip, guys. Let's take a look.
Those were actually coming to.
They were lined up. All right. All right. Stay on there. Stay on there. Oh, I think we got 1 3-pounder, guys. Hey man, get the net. You can just take your time getting it out so it doesn't get tangled up. All right, guys. So we got 1 hour and we're looking for 3 3-pounders. Ooh. Angle the camera down just a little bit more. Oh shoot. All right. Yeah, we need this one, Pat. Oh, here he comes, here he comes, here he comes. All right, get yours and get right there, get right there, get right there.
There were some more fish out there on top. So I was trying to get him.
You can grab mine if you need to, right here. That one right there. Well, they gone now. You can go ahead and get yours. Look, the camera got knocked over. All right, guys. I don't know if you guys saw that action. But yeah, go ahead and get ready, Pat, because I think they're going to come back up some more. Let's see. Is this thing muted? All right, guys. You got to bear with us for a second. We're having all kind of technical difficulties. We got a fish flopping around on the net.
All right, guys. So yeah, just wanted to show you those clips to give you guys a quick view of what things will look like when we're out here doing these on the water lives. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, guys. This has been a good one. A lot of good information and a lot of good thoughts and opinions shared on that topic. But let me just hop in the chat real quick. We have Joseph says Chiquita money stays on the water. Okay, I got that one. All right, so we just had Joseph. He says he keeps losing equipment. He might make the roster on the next dive. Yeah, guys. It gets ugly out there on the lakes. All right, so we've been running for about an hour and a half. Great topic, great discussion. Really appreciate everybody that was tuning in and getting active in the chat and on the poll that we did. All right, guys, please hit the one on the way out. I'm sorry, the like button on the way out if you didn't hit it on the way in. Really appreciate everybody supporting the channel. Special shout out to the sponsor of the live stream. We have Mako Meals. We also have Cerebral Tackle that stepped in. And shout out to Chiquita Pearson. And as always, new member of the Money Team. If anybody's interested in joining the Money Team, the link is down below. Just click that join button and you will get the notification and find out about that. See you guys on Thursday for the On the Water Live. All right, I'll see you guys on the next live stream. Really, really appreciate you.